Hey guys, Eric with Rockin' H TV, Rockin' H Farm Toys, and happy Memorial Day. I hope everyone out there is having a relaxing weekend, especially those that can enjoy a day off, and especially a big thanks to all the men and women who this day honors, for those that have fallen and for those still serving. So grateful for all of your, grateful for your sacrifice. Anyways, today what we're working on here, this fine, beautiful morning here in Kansas, gonna work on a Freightliner flat top. Thought we'd have some fun with that. And we have Lane watching. Good to see you. It is going well. Hopefully your holiday and weekend is going well. King of Hearts is watching. Hey-o to you too. Good to see you. What we're gonna do is start with a PEM FLD 120 Freightliner. We're gonna have to take it apart first thing, and then we'll get on with the chopping piece of it. There's already some videos out here on my YouTube channel that will show you kind of how to do this, but I thought it'd be fun to do it live. This is a project I think this is going to Nebraska. I forget where this is going. Thomas Bennett asked, do you do customs for people? Actually, that's how my whole business got started there. I've been doing custom trucks, replica trucks. I don't really do, like the guy says, hey, I just want this custom, whatever. I don't really do that. I like to do trucks that have a story. And what that means is, oh, must have a ghost in here. What I like to do is trucks that have a story. So, you know, a guy that's made his career driving something like this, it's something I use on the farm. Here's a perfect example right here. This is a replica of a fella's truck. It's a Father's Day gift. You know, that's being used on a real farm right now. Here's another one being used on a real farm. This is Frederick Harvesting out of Alden, Kansas. This is their service truck. Here's another truck. I had to repaint the cab, but anyways, this is a replica of a guy's truck. What else? I got a really cool build over here that's due by Christmas, but I'm gonna get it done this summer. Excuse me. I've never done one. That's the only reason I took the job. I'd never done this particular rig, and I thought, we'll do that one. So yeah, but if you watch this YouTube channel and you go to my Facebook page or you go to my website, rockinhfarmtoys.com, everything I do, you can learn to do yourself. I mean, you don't have to pay me. You can do it yourself. I break everything down in really easy to bite steps. All the resources, everything you need is right there. And if you subscribe, if you become a member of the Diecast Lab, diecastlab.com, everything is in neat, easy to find sections on how to do replica builds, custom builds. And I'm adding content all the time because there's just got so much that is done. I just need to keep adding it to my subscription site. And then you can learn how to do anything I do. It's that easy. But the only thing, the biggest hurdle to overcome when you're doing a custom is this right here and your clock. A lot of guys say they don't have any time, but I do a live show every Monday night, and in 30 minutes, you can do a lot of work watching TV. That's how I got started, working at my kitchen table. That's how Rockin' H Farm Toys began. I just started working at my kitchen table, fumbling around, trying to figure it all out, and that's how we got here to this point. So that was a long answer. Yes, I make customs, but I would rather teach you to do it yourself. I would tell you that. All right. Shall we then? Let's get on and build a truck. All right, I'm gonna have to get a couple things for you. Hey, Rock. All right, Dakota is here. Good to see ya. Okay. So we're gonna need a drill bit, and it doesn't really matter so much. Just need one big enough to, I'll show you here in a minute. But we'll flip you around and then get you to where you can. Dakota asks, how am I? I am awesome. Thank you for asking, Dakota. Okay, I'm gonna get you right there where you can watch what I'm doing. Okay. So, like I said before, this is just a PEM Freightliner FLD 120. And you can buy these on eBay, online, about anywhere. I bought this one off eBay. I think I gave like 20 or 30 bucks for it or something. I don't recall. But yeah, you can see my old junky shorts. Huh. So the first thing we got to do is take this all apart so we can repaint it and cut the top. So here's some, this has to be drilled out here and one up front. Unlike some of the other brands, you actually have to drill these out, which isn't a big deal. So all you need is a bit big enough to remove the die cast rivet. Okay, see that right there? Okay, now we'll do it again. And you'll notice if I had a little bit bigger bit, I wouldn't have to work it around like I was doing. Okay, set my drill down, and there we go, comes right off. Your fuel barrels here come off. They're just sitting in here, hanging out right here in this little groove. They're gonna come off. You'll notice the bumper just came off. Oh, look at that, the whole thing. You see, these come apart really, really easy. And I'll give you another moment. Kind of looks like I've used up all my parts bins. Okay, we've got parts there. Let's put those in here. I got to make a little change up here. I have another project I'm storing in this one, but I need that container for my Freightliner parts. Okay, that will do. All right. Okay. James says, my fire department tender is going good. Excellent. Glad to hear that. All right. Okay, I got to put some parts away. Okay. I'm not going to strip the paint off my bumper here because if I recall, the bumper on this particular truck I'm replicating is black, so I'm going to leave that. And then what you can do is, if you want to swap out these wheels with something a little different, you can do that. You'll notice the difference between these tires here. This is a die-cast Promotions tire. And this is, these are really, really cool. I think they look a little better than the PEM wheels. So you could swap those out and that's just really simple to do. We have a few more pieces to disassemble before we can cut. One, we have regular headlights in here, so we're going to take those out. And I'm going to clean off my mat here real quick. Okay. Okay, so what I always recommend people do, get you a little towel or something to disassemble your parts on. One, it'll help keep the mess down if you're doing it in your home or at your table. Two, it will keep little tiny parts from bouncing away, especially if you're on a wooden table or workbench or something. Your parts will less likely bounce away and get lost. Okay, there we go. There's our two headlights. We're going to put those in our parts bin. That is all there is to stripping this down. There's just the two headlights here, and then that's it. So we'll set that off to the side. Next, we have a grill, mirrors. We have some exhaust back here, some glass. This glass is just hot glued in, so you can easily push that out. I'm not going to save it because it's not nice, number one. And two, we're going to cut that cab anyway. So we're just going to push that out. And if it doesn't come out easy, just get your little tool and give a little more pressure like so. There we go. So like I said, if you want to keep this glass, you can. I'll end up discarding mine. All right. The exhaust comes off really simple. There's just some smooshed out plastic right here. I usually cut that off to make removal just a little easier. Just like so. And voila. Well, that one's coming off easier than the first and the other one. All right, we'll try that. Well, broke one of the pins, not a big deal. You can push the pins out from the inside out, and that will also help save the pins if you're wanting to. So there's some smushed plastic I just cut off of the, there we go, look at that. There's the grill, it's out. Next, these mirrors aren't really nice, but they're what we have, so I'm gonna try and save those. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going inside the passenger side door or window, and you can see my little sharp poker here is going to go right in that hole and push that pin out to save that mirror. I like to save these. I know they're not very nice, but I just like to keep those if I can salvage them. And it's not coming out very easy. Let's try that. I'm pushing pretty hard here, so I really want that to come out. Boy, it just does not want to give this time. Huh. Well, not uncommon to have a little hiccup now and again. Come on, let go. There's, we got one. All right, that one's out. Good. Boy, that just does not want to let go. All right, let's try again. What we're gonna do here is grab that. I'm just barely, there we go. Now, broke that pin, cut that, but that's okay. We still have a nice flat spot we can glue to when we're ready. Okay, let's try the other side. Okay, what do we got here? Okay. This one we were able to, there. Okay, well, we broke 2 pins. Not a worry. That's okay. We got one, but not both. And that's that, guys. That's how you take that dude apart. That's done. Okay. To make this thing a flat top, what we got to do is cut this off. You can do this with several tools. You can use your, if this is what you happen to have, you can do it with just a hobby saw like this from any hobby store. You could use a hacksaw if you happen to have a hacksaw. Of course, a Dremel with an abrasive blade is always a possibility if you got one. I'm going to go ahead and use my bandsaw. So we'll take a little trip to the bandsaw and go cut. What do you think? Okay, we got to take a little walk. All right. You'll notice I got lots of parts over here. These are all primered up. Guess I forgot I need to move those, huh? Okay, I can move a few parts here, so give me a minute. Now, you don't have to use a bandsaw. Obviously, you can use, like I said, whatever tool you happen to have at the house. I will start cutting from the back because I have a flat surface here, and then cut through it to the front and come out here. This does not make a really pretty cut. It'll make a rough cut, but we have another tool right here next to me. We can go ahead and clean up the top and make it all work better. And make it flat, excuse me. And then we're kind of done for this particular set of steps. So that is the cut. Like I said, it's not pretty nor glamorous, but it does work. Um, Something you got to keep in mind on this particular piece here, you got this cut, excuse me, you got this piece of die cast in the center, big thick post right here, which you got to cut through too. So, not impossible, just takes time. And then this is also going to be super hot because we just did a lot of friction work. And I'm moving you here so we can do the next step. Okay, can you see it over there? Yeah, you can. All right. So, now comes the fun part. Okay, we're going to stop that for a moment. That stuff is really, that's pretty warm right now, so you can see how we're getting on here. So, you know, this causes some trouble, this big chunk of plastic here, or die cast here, that's hard to sand and get everything come across even, so that's why I was always changing directions. You know, that's why I was doing it that way. You can accomplish this same task. It's going to take a lot longer by using a file. Okay? So you do not have to have these kinds of tools that I'm using to accomplish this task. You can use whatever you happen to have around the house. Like I said, before I had this equipment, I did exactly what you're doing, or what you're seeing here, with this file. Okay, it takes longer, but if you don't want to make an investment in tools, that's fine. You don't have to. You can use what you happen to have around the house. So there you go. So that's getting where I can handle it again. We can go again. Okay, and I think I saw Vaughn say hello, so hello, Vaughn. Welcome. Here we go. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Check that action. That's looking really good. Okay. So you can see that right there. Isn't that awesome? That's cool. Okay. Now, the next step is we got to strip some paint, but that thing is too hot to go in the lacquer thinner, so we're not going to put it there. I think what we'll do here is I'm going to just change the camera angle here. If if I can get my thumb out of my glove. There we go. Now you can see me. Okay, so what we're going to do next is, as soon as this is kind of cool, toss in the lacquer thinner along with this part here, and then get the paint stripped off of it. So we're kind of done for now. So the next video, what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and strip it all down. You'll see this will be clean die cast. We got to go ahead and we got to cover this hole, and we'll do that with a piece of plastic. Now you can use brass if you're a brass guy. You can use brass. There's no problem with that. You can use styrene plastic, which is what I will use, and I'll show you how to do that. And then I'll show you, you could drill some holes in the side of this for hand grabs and stuff like that. I got to look at the real truck and see what, excuse me, what kind of hand grabs are on this thing, so we get those details right. There we go. So that's what the next steps will be. All right. So here's my jug of lacquer thinner, and this is now cool enough I can stick it in here. And well, here, let's just take a look. There you go. Whoop, there we go. See it? There's. Now you can see it. You can already see that ink on there starting to run off. And in a few minutes, this will just be, it should bubble up, and then a guy can just take a wire wheel and clean it off real easy. So that's that. And if you're wanting other ways to remove paint off die cast, there's a video that shows you 4 different ways to remove paint off die cast. So it makes it really, really simple. So you have some choices there. You can use lacquer thinner. I've had a lot of success using lacquer thinner. Most of the time, 90% of the time, lacquer thinner works really, really well for me. Pretty often that it's pretty rare that it doesn't work fine. Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me since we kind of got this far in this video? I'm going to go over here and see if I missed any. Let's see here. Oops. There we go. Let me get my thumb out of the way. There. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to get to the comments, and I can't see any. All right. There we go. Ha, look at that. Yes, Dakota, really cut the cab off. That's just what you got to do, man. There is a resin version of this cab. Truckandlittle.com has that resin cab already. Flat top. So all you have to do is buy it, paint it, clean the resin, of course, paint it, off you go. So that is available if you're inclined. I think it's like $30 or something. I don't even remember. I kind of just like using die cast. Oh, Matt, Cindy. Oh, good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. Cody Roth, would you happen to know what size piping I could use on the Chevy C65 for axle setup? I don't know off the top of my head. I know their axles are really, really thin. It's a small diameter pipe or rod. I'm not real sure what kind of pipe you'd use. I'm sorry, I can't answer that for you. Let's see here. Dakota says, can you do a Volvo VNL 860? Well, yeah, you can do any truck you want. I'm actually going to do a Volvo repaint soon. I'm just waiting for, I got a big order. A guy wants 20 custom cabs, and once his deposit comes in, I'm going to make, I'm probably going to order like 30 trucks, 20 for this big order, a Volvo, a couple of Peterbilts, and some other stuff. because I'm just lining up a whole bunch of projects to get me through June, July. Trying to hopefully get all this done in pretty short order. So anyway, that's that. So any other questions you guys have? Let me see. All right, I think, yeah, that's everyone's caught up. All right, good deal. Do you take customer builds? Yes, I do, Cody. Um, like I said at the beginning of the show, I do custom builds. I mean, everything I do, I don't make a truck that isn't sold before I start. Very rare, unless it's for me. I normally don't make anything that isn't sold before I get going. And like I said at the beginning of this live feed, I like to do trucks that have a story. So like I said at the beginning, this truck here is one that's on an actual farm. And this truck that I'm doing now, I think, is going to Illinois. This one that we're doing together is going to Illinois. This is Frederick Harvesting out of Alden, Kansas. This is their actual replica of their service truck. They have a pair of T370 K-dubs plus a T800 service truck. And then everything I do is a replica normally. I really don't do like just, I don't know. If they don't have a story, I really don't care to do them. But what I'd rather do is teach you how to do it so you can do it yourself, because I can do it, but then I can only help one person. But if I teach you to do it, I help you, and then you can help someone else. That's better. So help more people make awesome models. All right. I think that's all I got for you today. I think we'll start on this truck again on either Tuesday night or next Saturday. So be looking for another live stream where we'll go ahead and finish out our flat top, or keep working on our flat top till it's done. All right. I think that's it, guys. I'm going to let you go, and have a great weekend. And again, thanks to all the men and women in uniform defending our country and who have served us. Tim Gary says, how do you get the, whoops, dang it, lost that question. How do you get the tool you use to get the wheels off? Well, it's funny you mention that. Right here, I've got these on my website. There should be 4 or 5 of them. So you can go to rockinhfarmtoys.com, and in the store, that wheel puller tool is available. So go check it out. All right, guys, that's it. I'll catch you later.